Kyle Rittenhouse is giving an exclusive interview. You'll see it in the middle of the day on Fox News with Tucker Carlson. Here's a bit.
This case has nothing to do with race. It never had anything to do with race. It had to do with the right to self-defense.
Right.
I'm not a racist person. I support the BLM movement. I support peacefully demonstrating.
You know, and it's sort of completely irrelevant, of course, that the people who were shot, well, they aimed guns at him or they tried to take his own gun and they were all white. But, you know, whatever. We've got narratives to build here. Here's more of the crap still being said in the United States, despite the fact that even Jeffrey Toobin, you know, Zoomin Toobin, believed that the verdict was utterly defensible. Because guess what? That's the only verdict they could have reached.
We've seen a consistent infantilization of Kyle Rittenhouse in front of the public. And we've seen many instances where people who were not like Kyle Rittenhouse, and I am referring to race in this instance, took the stand. I'm referring to the exonerated five in New York, also known as the Central Park Five, where they were not treated with the same delicacy and shielded by their age. And so there is a certain level of privilege that we have to acknowledge when you talk about how age played a role. I do believe that age was a factor. However, I think that it was amplified by the fact that he enjoyed the privilege of being infantilized, and I think that that also may have resonated with the jury as well.
And of course, once a narrative is built, normally started by an activist, reinforced by Twitter, echoed by establishment media and establishment politicians, well then, of course, the final little bow, the cherry on top, is the joke, of course, that comes up on the allegedly hilarious Saturday Night Live, where the joke here was that the judge who enforced the law, including having a go at the prosecutors for attacking Rittenhouse for remaining silent, as, you know, he has a right to do. Kids know you have the right to remain silent. That, of course, was brought up as a way of trying to skew the situation. But, of course, the judge was the problem here, not the evidence.
Top story. Kyle Rittenhouse was acquitted of all charges. That lovable scamp was put through a nightmare of a trial just for doing the bravest thing any American can do, protecting an empty used car lot in someone else's town.
Well, it was all standard procedure. That's why I ordered that the prosecution not use the word victims. They were rioters, and they weren't shot. They were gadoinked. But that did not give my client an unfair advantage in any way.
You said my client. Do you mean the defendant?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, keep doing that.
Well, you do you, Judge. You do you. Thanks for coming.
Who cares what the facts are? Who cares that you live in a justice system where 12 people picked at random make a decision about your guilt or innocence, and even the legal bloke on CNN says it's defensible? Let's just play to the peanut gallery, because they give out the awards, don't they? Emmys, please. Oh, does Andrew Cuomo still have one?